The tragedy has unfolded last Friday at ASTROWORLD Festival, where 8 people lost their lives and hundreds of people were injured. There's a lot of accounts by people who actually were at the show and who are now disappointed in Travis Scott for his irresponsible behavior because the show could have been stopped sooner and the casualties could have been avoided or at least reduced. There's footage taken where an ambulance golf cart was trying to make its way through the crowd, yet the show carried on. Even though some say the show was halted several times, it continued minutes later. There's footage of many people lying on the ground who are being attended to by other people and medical staff. It's a scary sight. Now Travis Scott has posted apologies on his social media and even made a video addressing the aftermath.
I just want to send out prayers to the ones that was lost last night. We're actually working right now to identify the families so we can help assist them through this tough time. You know, my fans really mean the world to me, and I always just really want to leave them with a positive experience. And anytime I can make out, anything that's going on, I just stop the show and, help them get the help they need, I could just never imagine the severity of the situation. We've been working closely with everyone to just try to get to the bottom of this, the City of Houston, HPD, Fire Department.
But honestly, it's hard to take this seriously or believe that his words are genuine, because actions speak louder than words. And Travis is known for this irresponsible and destructive behavior. He was charged with starting a riot in 2017 and in 2015 at Lollapalooza, and this time it looks like his disregard towards safety caught up with him. The previous ASTROWORLD Festival in 2019 also did not go smoothly, as it was also overcrowded, which led to 3 injured Travis Scott fans taken to a hospital. So there were mistakes made in the past from which this festival organizers and Scott himself could have learned. But no, ASTROWORLD 2021 turned out to be filled beyond its capacity and was a disaster in the making before the show even took place. Because even at the entrance, the security personnel were overwhelmed by the festival attendees. And this is the behavior that Scott apparently encourages. I don't think he realizes how impressionable young people can be, and I am under the impression that this is the kind of behavior Scott would have been happy to see. And perhaps if the aftermath had no fatalities, this would have been considered a normal Travis Scott-inspired event.
I feel like we was in a concert in hell. You couldn't breathe, you couldn't see. Just imagine all the people they're gonna find tonight who was in that crowd, who nobody could see, who nobody could hear, who passed out. I'm thinking it's probably gonna be at least 100 people who dead tonight. In the VIP section, it was so many bodies laid out, trying to tell Travis Scott. It was like, help. The whole crowd was just going, help. And he just kept going, bro. He sacrificed so many people's lives tonight, for real.
So far, 3 lawsuits have been filed against Scott. One of the injured concertgoers who has accused Scott and surprise performer Drake of negligence and inciting the crowd and is seeking $1 million in damages. This event is now under the investigation, as there have been claims that one of the personnel was possibly injected with something. So now this is more than just a festival that went wrong. When I heard about this at first, it was difficult to comprehend because I could not recall something like this ever happening before. Of course, Woodstock 99 comes to mind, an infamous festival that went wrong in many ways. It was hot, unsanitary and disorganized. But there were over 220,000 people in attendance, plus 10,000 people who worked at the venue. Limp Bizkit was blamed for instigating the chaos, even though in reality the situation was already disastrous before they took the stage. 2 people lost their lives at Woodstock, and those deaths were not directly related to the chaos that unfolded. 1 person was run over by a tractor by accident, and 1 fatality was drug-related. Here we have ASTROWORLD that had just over 50,000 people in attendance, a significantly smaller number with a far more devastating outcome. The more I look into it, the worse it looks. Of course, there's always 2 sides to a story in terms of how much of this is Scott's fault, but a lot is pointing to just his negligence and people who organized the event. There's a shot here where a person obviously unconscious is being carried on top of a crowd, yet Scott just keeps singing. I'm sure there's a lot of instances in similar situations where artists stop the show and ask if the person is alright, but Scott just keeps singing. I hope that this tragic event will result in something that will prevent this from happening in the future. Anyway, this will be it for today. Leave your thoughts below, and I will see you in the next one. Take care.